I'm here in Wildside, which is Keith Wiley's creation, and it's quite an incredible place. Over the years, he's been shaping and sculpting the land, digging up the subsoil, creating these low fertility environments to grow a diverse range of plants. So it's quite an unusual landscape, but a labour of love. You can see here where they're creating a new area of garden, sculpting the land with a digger and really having fun, creating this variety of habitat types and completely changing what was an open field into this environment which is a tapestry of different planting types. That's the thing with landscaping and creating gardens, is a few days with a digger you can do a lot of work. It's interesting, isn't it, the human desire to garden, because this is a private garden, clearly takes a huge amount of labour to create something that is essentially a luxury. This isn't a place to provide food, which is a big reason why people have gardened throughout history. This is a place for a creative hobby, a place for beauty, and to explore and experiment with ideas. We're here in the gravel garden, and this is a low fertility environment where he's used these retaining walls to raise up the growing area, which means he can bring in that low fertility growing medium and to grow a really wide range of plants. And this is quite a smart technique which is getting a lot of publicity in horticulture at the moment, because it allows you to grow a diverse range of plants that grow much more slender, and it allows you to grow many more plants in a square metre. In fertile soils, plants become large, fleshy, dominant, and it's much more difficult to maintain that diversity over a small area. One of my real interests are edible plants, and here as a ground cover we've got Claytonia sibirica, Siberian purslane, and this is a very nice ground cover, has these little pink flowers and is a great salad crop. It's autumn now, which isn't so good for herbaceous plants, but it's really great for the acers, as you can see behind me. But you can still see the ground cover plants, the plants that really hold their own. When we do walk around ornamental gardens like this, there's often so many edible, medicinal and useful plants that people don't even know have long histories of use from people. Like, for example, here, viola, that we can eat in salads, or above it we've got Persicaria bistorta, which has a long history of use in the UK as a perennial vegetable. Ecological planting design has become really popular in recent years, but it's my experience that really interesting plantings evolve over time, because plants like to live in communities. So if the gardener's sensitive towards it, really interesting mosaic of plants can evolve over time. And even in gardens where maybe the focus isn't ecology, there's still, with someone tending the land, picking out some plants, adding in others, over time, when you look closely, like here, there's a really interesting tapestry of different types of plants. Typical Devonshire weather. We've come here and now it started raining. But thankfully, when you sculpt the land, creating these varieties of habitats, you create shelter as well. But one of the micro habitats which probably people overlook is these dry, sheer banks, because if you look closely, there's so many different types of lichen and moss, which adds to the biodiversity of the land. But yet most people don't even notice it, because it requires you to look closer onto the surfaces of rocks, trees, and they're everywhere. This is interesting. Look at that. This is what the garden was like before Keith started tending to it and sculpting the land, creating this series of different habitat types. And that's the beauty about this garden. Keith has been exploring and experimenting with the right plant in the right place, creating these series of different growing environments where there's dry soil, wet soil, shade, sun, hot south-facing bank and a cool north-facing bank, so that then he can select the right plant for the right place and explore this idea of plant communities.